Good evening, my children of the night, and welcome to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. A game that takes me way back to my childhood, and a game that I've really been looking forward to playing. But again, I wanted to start off a little small and start with an obscure game. That's why I play Legacy of Darkness, so yeah. I told you guys I'd be getting around to this. I told you. Alright. Let's go ahead and just put my regular name in. I won't put anything silly in because that little thing is reserved for 2 grumps. Alright, let's get into it. In the vast deep forest of Hyrule, long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. I am not a pedophile. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. Bet he feels alone, doesn't he? Once again, creepy sleeping with your eyes open. Oh. One of my favorite opening scenes. Also confused me as a kid. Like, it's one of the opening scenes where you first see Zelda and the bad guy. Now, growing up, I have never seen Zelda at all. She was like a myth to me. Whereas I read about her in the first Legend of Zelda manual, I was always like, who's Zelda? Where is she? And the only time I saw her was sort of in Zelda 2 when she was fast asleep. But no, I never seen Zelda before. But this game just opens up and boom, right there. And right there, the bad guy, assuming to be canon, but, you know, it's a little different here.
Navi, where art thou? Come hither. No, not up my nose. Oh, Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree, not the words of the Maple Tree. Don't listen to him. Dost thou sense it, the climate of evil descending upon this realm? Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. They didn't bring the ketchup. For so long the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. Yes, the world depends on us. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth and freedom for all. Navi, go now. Find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly. The fate of forest. Nay, the world depends upon thee.
Okay. Like, fuck this shit. I ain't looking for no kid. Whoa. Under the crutch. Hello. Damn it, kid, stop making love to that rock. Ah! Damn, fairy, watch where you're going. I know you're in a hurry, but Hyrule's not gonna die just yet. And here we go. Hello, Jekyll. Wake up. The great Deku Tree wants to talk to you. Jekyll, get up.
No!
I want to sleep. Hey, come on! Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? I don't know, can it? Alright, I'm up, Mom. What do you want? You finally woke up. I'm Navi, the fairy. I'll be your annoying little guide. The Great Deku Tree asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you. Let's get going right now. And here we go. Oh, it's gonna talk, but we got a little cutscene here. Maybe I'm biased for this game, but Link has always looked cute in this game. Yahoo! Hey, Dracul! I've always preferred the Link from this game, both young and adult. Well, yeah, some can argue that Toon Link has much more expression than all the Links. I still... Will you stop it? This Link has such a special place in my heart. I have such a history in this game. I don't know if I should go into it now. I am on a tight schedule. But yeah, first of all, I am playing this on my Switch, which is supposedly the worst way to play it because apparently there's some graphical errors, there is a little bit of delay in the buttons, which I've kind of noticed, and I don't think it's gonna, like, subtract anything from the gameplay. I'm sure I'll get used to it because, I mean, it wasn't perfect on the N64 either. But it's still noticeable. I'll still play it. But most of all, I am gonna complete this game. I don't know how many videos it'll take, but I plan on completing this, and I just got a random rupee. Yeah, for whatever reason, if you're targeting these and you do a bunch of backflips and stuff, you can get rupees. And it's set to set, not hold, so I'm gonna have to fix that. I hate that. What? Ouch. Hey! Hey! Navi! Hey! Hey! What's up? Hey! Just pull her down and go, hey! Right in her ear. Apologize if that bursts anybody's eardrums. I know it bursts mine. I have ears for days. But yeah, I have such a history with this game. I guess I'll go ahead and tell you all a little story. So everybody hop on my lap. I won't bite. So I first, or let me do this. You got the Kokiri Sword and the equipment sub-screen. Select it to equip it. Blah 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 blah. Weapon. It's very shiny. I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, we got a sword now. Now I gotta come up with money so I can buy a shield. So anyway, I first played this game long time ago when renting video games from a store was a thing. This happened to be one of them. I don't know if it was because my father was mostly interested in this game or not, but I sure was when I first began playing it. Every time we would rent a game, I would try to get this one. Of course, everyone was worried that I would get a little obsessive, so there were times when they wouldn't. I mean, they weren't wrong. I was pretty obsessed with this game, and Zelda in a whole. But after, I think that place closed down, which is why we haven't really rented any stuff from there. And I don't think there are any other places we could rent games either. So I never saw this game again. Until one fateful Christmas, where I did get a Zelda game for the N64, but it happened to be Majora's Mask. And I couldn't play it because Hold on a minute.
Bye!
Hee, you came all the way up here. You're a real man. Oh, wow. So all I need to do is become a real man is just walk up there. Be a man, you gotta walk up on a house and cross the bridge. Be a man. Okay. Alright, so anyway. It was Majora's Mask. And I couldn't play it because we didn't have that little expansion pack. And that was like most upsetting. The only way we could play it is if we rented an expansion pack that was usually bundled with some of the games. I think it was bundled with Donkey Kong. And while it was great to play it and everything, it felt drastically different from this game. And when you first play Majora's Mask, you will get stuck, and as a young kid, I did, because if you haven't played Majora's Mask, the first part of the game you get turned into a Deku, and you have to retrieve your Ocarina and get turned back. It was very, very different. You don't start off as our boy Link. Well, you kind of do in the beginning, but it's a huge drastic change from anybody who's played the game. No, I don't care. But yeah, I really got stuck, and I was really missing the other Zelda game. Welcome. 40 rupees. I could just chop a tree down and carve it out myself. I thought it was 30 rupees. Nope. I'm gonna steal your cash. Alright, anyway. It wasn't until a couple years later, one fateful day, when apparently... Oops, wrong button. I don't know if it was at a garage sale or something, but my folks were able to pick up this game. However, when they brought it home, it did not work, or so they thought. But one day, I was determined, so I blew the hell out of the cartridge. I used paper towels galore, wiped the hell out of it, put it in the N64, flicked the power on, and it worked. It magically worked. If you want to see the Great Deku Tree, you at least have to equip a sword and a shield. What's that? Oh, you have a Deku shield? And what's that? Is that a Kokiri Sword? It looks like a turtle. Good grief!
Good grief!
Okay, Charlie Brown. Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? I, the great Mito, I don't know if it's Mito or Mito, will never accept you as one of us. Shoot! How did you get to be the favorite of Saria and the Great Deku Tree, huh? Grumble, grumble. Yeah, meanwhile, you got a pink fairy. Oh, jeez. I feel a sneeze coming on. Sandwiches. I learned if you say sandwiches, it's sometimes stop it. Okay, I think I'm good now. Okay, so yeah, I got the game working, and I was a very happy camper. However, as I was playing, I got stuck. And who knew that... I may as well do this real quick, then I'll continue. Great Deku Tree, I'm back!
Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. Dracul, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causeth nightmares to those who are sensitive to it. Excuse me. That slipped out, I'm sorry. That's what the curse does, it gives you gas. Verily, thou hast felt it. Dracul, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Dost thou have the courage enough to undertake this task?
Yes.
Then enter, brave Jarkul, and thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy, thou must aid Jarkul, not an annoyance, but to give him helpful hints. Speak using up blah blah blah.
There we go. Cool. Our first dungeon. A tree's stomach. Inside the Deku Tree. So yeah, anyway. Who knew when I first played the game I would make my way to Kakariko Graveyard, where... Alright, Navi, you're already starting to get my nerves. I don't care! Okay, anyway. Who knew that my first place to go would be the Kakariko Graveyard, where I would meet the bane of my existence, the Redeads, which obviously, yeah, we're gonna see in this game. If you guys don't know what Redeads are, they are frightening zombie creatures with masks. And when I say they're frightening, I really mean it. I mean, they're probably tame nowadays because you're, like, older and nothing really scares you that much anymore. Shut up. But yeah, the Redeads scared the hell out of me. They gave me nightmares, and that's when I decided never to touch the game again. And when I did muster up the courage to play the game again... Ow. Wrong button. I played it just fine, however, I avoid the graveyard like a plague. Ow, ow, ow! Forgive me, master. If I give you a clue, will you let me go? Well, that depends. When you jump off a high cliff, if you hold forward, you will roll into the ground. When you land, and you won't get hurt from the fall. Lies. I can't guarantee it'll work, though, if the cliff is really, really high. Well, try it if you're feeling bold. Ha ha ha! Where did he go? I got an idea for this. So yeah, it really upset me when I later learned that I would have to encounter those guys if I wanted to move on, because you have to go through the well, you have to go through the Shadow Temple, so I had to muster up all the courage I had and go through it. One of the ways I was able to do it, though, was to mute my TV so I didn't have to hear them. I didn't have to hear their creepy-ass moans and their horrible shrieks. Even the sight of them was enough to give me chills, but I had to do it. And so I did. But later on I was able to brave it. And now, although they still kind of scare me, they are also very interesting enemies. I do not know why. It's weird. When you grow up, the things that scare you the most become very intriguing. Except for chainsaws, I will never be intrigued by that. And unfortunately, that is all the time we have for tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, take a big bite out of that like button. Until next we meet, farewell. Alright, here we go. The climax.
Oh! Ah, finally! You will not believe how stuffy it was in there.